Hey, good morning everybody. I had a whole lot of videos that I was going to do yesterday, but the events of yesterday kind of messed that up. So I'll put that keep that on my Synology, and maybe I might drop those videos later, but oh well. What we got going on today? I have a computer that I built for a church down in New Jersey. They're having some problems with it, and it's not starting up all of a sudden. It just came in. I just got it from delivery from the mailroom. So we're going to be cracking that open and seeing what's going on with it. Let's go ahead and open up this computer and let's see what is going on with it and how I diagnose computers that might be a problem, especially ones that I've built. So let's go. So let me get my stuff up out of the way and just kind of walk you through what I do to try and diagnose some computer issues here. First thing I notice is the state of how I got the system. So the first thing I noticed is I heard a lot of rattling. Also, they were missing 2 of the screws for the tempered glass. So I sent an email asking about that. And to be quite honest, these are the wrong screws for this. So I believe the case was opened. We're gonna see how that goes from here. But we want to do process of elimination here. All right, so I just got the system. So first off, the memory wasn't even in the system. It was at the bottom of the case. I put 16 gigs of memory in this system, so we're missing a stick of memory. So either somebody opened this up, or in shipping or something, somebody opened this up and messed with this, which is crazy, to be quite honest with you. So I don't know what is going on with this, but this is like a daggone unsolved mystery. Man, okay. So we need to really go through some stuff with this, because he was saying that the system wouldn't start, and I'm seeing proof that this was opened up. I don't want to accuse or nothing. We're trying to sit here and find the issue. Let's flip this over now. And let's see, did that other memory come over there or what? See, these are the wrong screws. These are the right screws for the panel, which is the same as this. That's not the same screws that go for that tempered glass. So, and there's the other stick of memory. Man, this is interesting to say the least. All right, so just off of that standpoint right there, that's a lot of stuff that would cause this computer to not start up in the first place. So I don't know. Really not know what is going on with this. I'm gonna turn my camcorder on because I need to move so I can go into a different location here. So I got a TV stand here behind me. Let's go ahead and hook this computer up to my TV back here. The other thing is, notice that the antenna one of the antennas for the Wi-Fi adapter is missing. They only had one. Thankfully, I do have some additional ones that came with my Ryzen that I don't use. So I will probably give them those. Oh, well, we'll come back to that. So let me go ahead, hook up this monitor here. We'll hook this up to the TV as if it's a monitor, because the main issue, they were saying that the system wouldn't start up. And I have a wireless keyboard, but I mean, this was not exactly what I wanted to do in this video, but I mean, it kind of is. When you're trying to diagnose what's going on with a system, you want to work backwards. You know, obviously make sure all the cables are connected, all this other stuff. And we saw that some of this stuff was loose. So it looked like the system was opened. The memory was not there. The system will not start, or it will throw an error if you try to turn it on and there's not a graphics card, or there's not video or something like that. And let me fix this camera here so y'all can see me, because I'm walking around here, and let me just see my face. So yeah, so this is weird. Anyway, we got our wireless keyboard here. Let's turn this on, and this is input number 2. So let's start up the system. We got power. We want to verify that the fan is turning on, which they are. System loads up, and they were saying it wouldn't get to Windows. So I really have no idea. I really have no idea what is going on. But what we would do is we would walk through everything, and if we, first off, we would try to memory. I have some other sticks in memory, especially always install 2 of them with the Ryzen system so you can take advantage of dual channel memory. But what I would do is take one stick out first and see if it starts, switch the location, stuff like that. If there was a graphics card on there, I would put one in there, I would turn off one of my systems, take the graphics card out of that, put it in the system to see if it works. But we got all the way here. So just from doing troubleshooting, doing all this other stuff like that, what I really think what happened is somebody opened up the system and it didn't seat everything properly, because there are 2 hooks on your memory. There's no way for that memory to fall out unless somebody actively pressed them and removed the stuff for it to come out. I think what happened is they might have pulled the memory out and not properly seated it, and maybe put the memory in upside down, which won't let you clip it in place anyway. You could actually damage the memory by doing that, and it fell out. That's what I really think is what happened. But again, I don't have enough proof on that, but that's the only thing I can assume. Computer, all the files and everything seem to be working perfectly fine. Documents, pictures, all this other stuff are working. Yeah, I really don't know. It looks like DaVinci Resolve was downloaded to be installed. I'm just going to run through here and do some updates, but from a process of fixing stuff, I would just like I normally do to build a system, I would just go backwards. Go from the outside in, make sure, is it a power issue? No. Change the cable? No. Is it, now let's open it up. Do we see the power start up? Do we see video start up? Do we see all of this start up? And just work backwards throughout the whole thing. And thankfully, What I really feel is it was the memory that was loose, or something was done inside, because there's a lot of stuff that shows that obviously somebody went inside the system, probably just didn't put everything back in place the way it needed to, because I'm not seeing any issues so far. I'm gonna open this up, hook a camera up to it, do a test live stream with everything, and just see how everything goes. But yeah, this is an interesting one. That's kind of my assessment so far. So this was kind of a shorter video than I would plan, but thankfully it wasn't anything major. The other thing, if we went through all those processes and that stuff didn't work, then we need to see, is it a power issue? Because power can cause issues for everything. Is it a motherboard issue? I do have access to another motherboard. I would take the pieces out and put it in another motherboard. Does it work? And then just process of elimination. If you get into Windows and then all of a sudden it crashes, it could still be hardware issue or it could be software. But thankfully it wasn't anything major. I really think it was just somebody went inside the system and then maybe moved something and didn't understand that it wasn't seated properly, and maybe it was having some form of connection and then it just dropped. I think that's what it really was. But anyway, yay, problem solved. We're gonna stress test it, let it stream for a little bit, maybe for about 3 hours, and then go from there, and we'll hopefully we won't have any issues, because again, it could be something else, but really won't know until we stress test it just to make sure. But yeah, let me know down below if you have any other questions on how else I would if you have any questions on how you would diagnose or any other problems like that. This one, thankfully, was something really easy to find out, that kind of jumped out immediately, but hopefully we don't come across that anymore. I think I have some extra thumb screws so I can put the right screws in place, and we'll go from there. So if you like this type of content, I appreciate a like, consider subscribing, and hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ. We will see you on the next video.